Hello, hello, and why don't we just throw another hello in there? Welcome to C3Arts Radio. This is your loyal host, Philip Harvey, coming live and direct to you from City College, New York. Of course, the college on the hill. And we are the broadcast arm of the City College Center for the Arts. And we're a lot more than that. We're also your source of arts advocacy, or for arts advocacy, I should say. Right? We also give you the personalities, the information, the news, the events of the cultural arts world, both locally, nationally, and internationally. But of course, we come to you from Harlem, New York, Harlem, USA. Right? Every Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m. right here at WHCR 90.3 FM. You can also catch us at WHCR.org. That's where you can live stream us and you can listen to us online. Also at tunein.com. That's WHCR-FM. Hello. Well, we do all these things, right? But our first job here, ladies and gentlemen, our first job is to make sure that you are up to what is happening here on the campus of City College, New York, and on the stages, on the stages of Aaron Davis Hall, as well as on the walls of our galleries and other performing arts areas around the campus. So we do all that right here, and it's our 1 hour show once a week. Get a lot done here. But no time to waste. I'm going to jump into it, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we've been talking about the schedule of a number of institutions, particularly in and around here in Harlem, because there are so many institutions, and quite frankly, we're a little behind in making sure that we have acquainted you with all of them. And so we are working hard at that, and along with some of the other changes going on here at C3 Arts Radio, it is something that you can come to expect, and like we've always been here at C3 Arts Radio, providing something I think that you will need and treasure. Treasure, I love that word, treasure. Anyway, what we want to do is we want to get into what's going on in Aaron Davis Hall. Our next two events. We told you it's going to be a busy fall, and I think so far we have been to our word. Now, coming up on October 19th at 7 p.m., we have Gallant Style. Now, this is part of our programming partnership with the Dominican Classical Artists, the Association of Dominican Classical Artists. If you've been following us here at C3 Arts Radio and also the action that's going on at Aaron Davis Hall, you know that we have co-partnered with the Association of Dominican Classical Artists to bring all kinds of fantastic programming. And this is no different. This is called Gallant Style, featuring violist Amber Archibald and flutist Victor Hernandez. Right? It's the 7 concert series, 2017 to 2018. And it's going to be a fantastic show, as it always is. And if you know a little bit about the Dominican classical artists, the association has really put its pulse on the finger of music that originates largely from Dominican musicians, but not always. Sometimes it catches the spirit, sometimes it catches a kind of shared musical heritage with other locales. It's a fantastic association, and we are very happy to be continuing our partnership with the Association of Dominican Classical Artists. Once again, the program is called Gallant Style, okay, and it's featuring violist Amber Archibald and flutist Victor Hernandez. It's going to be October 19th, 7 p.m. at Aaron Davis Hall, and go to City College Center for the Arts.org for more information and to make your reservation. You know it's free, okay? ADCA.NYC, okay? ADCA.NYC, though that is the URL for the Association of Dominican Classical Artists as well. And read up on them, right? Fantastic. Okay, now, also coming up, October 20th, the very next day, we're having a one-day show featuring Somi. Yeah. It's called Petite Afrique, a national performance and dialogue series that is an ongoing kind of look really kind of focusing on African immigration, or I should say Pan-African immigration, or immigration throughout the African diaspora. It's an ongoing series that will also feature music and the performing arts, and of course, literature. And the first of these is going to feature Somi. If you've ever heard Somi, then you have a sense of perfect artist to start off a dialogue on diaspora immigration, because her music is a fantastic example of this kind of melding, kind of meshing that makes the family of everyone whose blood goes back to the continent. Now, of course, we got a larger conversation. Everyone's from there, okay, but we'll save that for another day, okay? Now, this is going to happen Friday, October 20th, right? 7:30 p.m., Aaron Davis Hall, okay? So please make sure you go online and get some tickets. It's going to be another great performance. We've got two things coming, one right after the other. See how we do it here? City College Student for the Arts. There's a lot going on. There's even more coming up. So we'll be right back. We're getting into our bulletin today. That's where we give you some of the selections that we make of this whole cultural universe, some of the selections we think you would love to see. We'll be right back.
Afia
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are always back. C3Arts Radio. And we are live and direct from City College, New York, right here, WHCR 90.3 FM. Now, though we're here every Tuesday, 5 to 6 p.m., you can also get access to a lot of the information that we offer and bring here at C3Arts Radio. Just go online. Check us out. On Twitter, we're at C3Arts Radio. On Instagram, at C3Arts Radio. On Facebook, C3Arts Radio. And then, of course, our beautiful, gorgeous, fantastic-looking website, C3ArtsRadio.com. And you can always go to City College Center for the Arts.org as well and catch up with us there as well. In fact, soon you will be able to download our past episodes right there, City College Center for the Arts.org. And so come on by. Check out, see what we've been building here at C3 Arts Radio and the Center. Now, today we're getting into what we call the bulletin around here, and it's where we stop the music a little bit. Not really, still live music. But we concentrate on making sure that you have the information that you need, that you are a well-informed arts consumer. Not a good word to use for art, but anyway. I think you understand what we're talking about. So we're going to give you our selections, the things that we think you would like to see. And there's so much out there. It's just outrageous and a very difficult thing to do. There's generally some kind of angle to some degree as to how we make our selection. And what I mean by angle is a selection process that is very difficult to do given the plethora of fantastic things for you to spend your time getting cultured. So anyway, having said all that, we'll get right into it. So the first thing I'd like to discuss here and suggest, it's a concert. In fact, it's by Shun Kuti and Egypt 80. Shun Kuti. Now, Shun himself has grown to be, of course, an internationally acclaimed and well-known musician, and deservingly so. But of course, many people still reference him with his father, of course, the great Fela Kuti. Now, it's an interesting story how Shun became an artist of his magnitude in and of himself. Now, think of it this way. It's an interesting thing about a father and a son. So we know that Shun wanted to be in Egypt 80. By the time he was 9 years old, he already had this reflection, this kind of idea, right? He wasn't allowed to join just then, but soon after, he's a member of Egypt 80. Fela Kuti's, of course, legendary backing band. Now, it's not just that they were world-class musicians, incubators of a whole new style and genre and fusion of music across oceans, but they were also men who had suffered and sacrificed quite a bit. And Shun fit right in with these grown men. So much so that when Fela passed, fortunately, by the time Shun was 14 years old, he took over the band. At 14 years old, he literally stepped into the shoes of his father. And they've been together ever since. And you can imagine there is a kind of uninterrupted kind of flow of musical advancement, and you might be able to find it here, right? Of course, this is Shun Kuti and Egypt 80. They're going to be at Brooklyn Bowl. Wow, how fun does that sound, right? Big fun. Hashtag big fun, because Brooklyn Bowl in itself is an experience. So this is absolutely can't miss. I had to include this in the bulletin today. That's going to be September 20th, 8 p.m. at the Brooklyn Bowl. All right. Now, this is being presented in conjunction with the World Music Institute. You know that's one of our favorites here at C3 Arts Radio. So for more information, you can go to worldmusicinstitute.org, also brooklynbowl.com. Right? This concert is part of the World Music Institute's Masters of African Music series. And let's not forget, also the Super Yamba Band is going to be opening up for Shun and Egypt 80. So it's going to be a fantastic night. It's kind of the Yamba Band. They're largely kind of a psychedelic Afrobeat kind of fusion. I hate to just kind of throw these terms around, but to give you an idea of what you can expect, right? So again, that's going to be Shun Kuti and Egypt 80 with the Super Yamba Band opening up. That's September 20th, Wednesday, 8 p.m. at the Brooklyn Bowl. Yeah. And we got more here. So recently, my wife and I, we went to Broadway. Well, that's nothing unusual. Of course, people that know us know that we're always on Broadway. But it was quite an unusual show that we went to go see this day. It was, in fact, Michael Moore. Yes, that Michael Moore, the filmmaker, activist, right? And quite prescient person. And that works into the show. Well, of course, he has a one-man show that's on Broadway. It's called The Terms of My Surrender. I love that title. The Terms of My Surrender. And before seeing the play, I wasn't really quite sure what to expect. I have appreciated Michael Moore, even if I didn't always agree with him in a political sense. I've always appreciated his sense of activism. And you tell it like it is, right? I mean, he said that Trump was going to win a long time before Trump actually won. Right? Could have been wrong there, right, Michael? I had to get everything right. Shoot. Anyway, going into the play, I thought there was going to be a lot of bashing of Donald Trump and the administration. It's kind of gnashing of the teeth, kind of anger-letting. But it wasn't really. There was a little bit of that, but not much. Really what it was a call to activism. And this call included some of his own story, which I didn't really know so well. So it was quite interesting to hear about some of the ways that he kind of fell into his activist nature from an early age, right? Like being the youngest person on the school board in Flint, Michigan. Something else he did where he ran for office and he used his only plank on his platform was the firing of the principal and vice principal at his school, and he won, and he did it, right? Or how he integrated, in a sense, kind of sparked the integration of the Elks Club, not only the local one, but of course this would impact this kind of member whites only kind of institution across the nation. In a sense, it is inspiring to hear Michael Moore, not as in terms of being some kind of polemicist, but actually a person who is geared towards solutions. And it's funny to boot. So that's Michael Moore, all right? The Terms of My Surrender. And it is showing at the Belasco Theater. It's going to run through October 22nd, okay? And the Belasco Theater is at 111 West 44th Street. You can go to Michael Moore on Broadway for more info. Yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're right in the middle of the bulletin. We'll be right back. C3 Arts Radio.
Mvua imenizidia miego, kutona shinda nalia. Jua linapochomoza, machozi mie hunitoka. Mvua imenizidia miego, kutona shinda nalia. Jua linapochomoza, machozi mie hunitoka. Kisa alichonitenda leo sitokisahau kamwe. Amenishawishi nimuache mume wangu ili tuishi naye. Kisa alichonitenda leo sitokisahau kamwe. Amenishawishi nimuache mume wangu ili tuishi naye. Nimeachwa na mume wangu, nimekwenda kwa rehanio. Baada ya muda si mrefu, asema niondoke, sina tabia nzuri. Nimeachwa na mume wangu, nimekwenda kwa rehanio. Baada ya muda si mrefu, asema niondoke, sina tabia nzuri. Nimekwenda kwa rehanio. Baada ya muda si mrefu, asema niondoke, sina tabia nzuri. Nimeachwa na mume wangu, nimekwenda kwa rehanio. Baada ya muda si mrefu, asema niondoke, sina tabia nzuri. Yamenikuta, mama, yamenikuta, mama, yamenikuta. Ndugu zangu mlionewa, jihadhari na wadanganyifu, kachana na waume zenu mtapotea. Mama, yamenikuta, mama, yamenikuta. Nimesimama katikati ya njia panda, ninazidi kuzama. Mama, 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 yamenikuta. Mama, yamenikuta. Mama, yamenikuta.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're always back right here, C3 Arts Radio. Coming live and direct to you a rainy Tuesday evening here in Harlem, New York. Right here, WHCR 90.3 FM. And we're running down the bulletin for you right now. We're going through some of the selections. I have to do this at least once a month. You know, we have to get this in. We're all about information. We're all about getting information to you. So in addition to us keeping you informed of what's happening here on the campus of City College of New York and at the City College Center for the Arts, we are also making sure that you are informed of what's happening elsewhere and in other parts, right? This is what we do, arts advocacy and party advocacy. It's giving you information, right? Yeah. Well, so we're into our third piece we want to bring up for this occasion of the bulletin. Now, going into installation, and this installation is by one of the undoubtedly most important visual artists that we have today. And really, to call him a visual artist isn't true at all, because he's also a fantastic musician as well, and has been involved in a lot of very important projects on the musical side as well as on the visual side. Now I'm talking about Mr. Sanford Biggers. Yeah, that Sanford Biggers, the one who just won the 2017 to 2018 Rome Prize in Visual Arts. This is a huge deal. It truly is. And congratulations to Sanford. It's fantastic. He's going to move his new family out there. Should be a fantastic experience. But in true Sanford Biggers fashion, he's left us with a little parting gift, which is the installation, the exhibition Selah, which is happening at the Marianne Boesky Gallery. Now, this is his first solo show with the Boesky Gallery. And it's a doozy, let me tell you. Of course, the title of it is Selah, of course, and it takes inspiration from American history and the human form. It's very timely as well as we talk about all the concerns that we have with the body, with the space in the body. It also is a kind of continuation of Sanford's work he was doing in the BAM series, which was had very much to do with the form itself. It creates an experience that highlights kind of the often overlooked cultural and political narratives through symbolic gestures and imagery. In other words, it's a lot of the dialogue we've come to expect, very insightful dialogue that Sanford Biggers always starts. He is doing it here again. Now, the exhibition, the name of it again is Selah. It's at the Marianne Boesky Gallery. It's going to be up until October 21st, ladies and gentlemen. So don't mess around. October 21st will be here before we know it. And you know that. So don't mess around, okay? It's on view until October 21st at the Boesky Gallery. Please go to theboeskygallery.com for more information. That is BOESKY gallery.com. And go check out the show, right? You can also always get more information from us, right? Online. We'll have it laid out for you. You can come find it through us as well. So please go to C3ArtsRadio.com. You can also check us out, of course, through our social media. That's at C3Arts Radio on Instagram and at C3Arts Radio on Twitter. And C3Arts Radio on Facebook, all right? All right. C3Arts Radio. We'll be right back. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are always, always back. C3Arts Radio. This is your loyal host, Philip Harvey. And we are in the midst of the bulletin. The cultural bulletin, that is. This is where we tell you our selections of a little piece of the cultural arts universe, right? Now, that song that just went off, oh man, when that song came out, I listen to it all the time. You can ask the family. It's Kid Cudi. Now, of course, that's Kid Cudi with Andre Benjamin. 3 Stacks. Andre 3 Stacks Benjamin. Well, they make a great pair on that cut, I must say. Kid Cudi's going to be in town here in New York. All right, so it's part of the Passion, Pain, and Slaying tour, and he's going to be at Summer Stage. Now, it's part of the benefit package, you might say, right? It's a fundraising effort by Summer Stage, and they've invited Kid Cudi to come and perform. Maybe this past year has been difficult for Kid Cudi, but he came out as so many artists have done in the past and have taken some kind of discomfort and pain, a couple of L's maybe or something, and weaved it into a bit of gold, as this album probably was. It's really one of his more critically acclaimed albums, and now he's on tour of it. So he's bringing it to Central Park, right? Rumsey Playfield. That's going to be Friday, October 6th, 7:30. Doors open 6:30. You know how these things work. Kind of got to get there early. Summer Stage, yeah. So it's Kid Cudi. It's part of the Passion, Pain, and Slaying tour. It's going to be Friday, October 6th. And the show starts at 7:30, but the doors open at 6:30. And we are talking about the Central Park and Rumsey Playfield. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful night to be in the park, right? And you have to think about Kid Cudi. The guy won 2 Grammys. I'm not a big award show statue counter, but it's pretty impressive. He is a good songwriter, I must say, in my own opinion. And I heard he puts on a fantastic show. I saw him one time as he was kind of guest appearing with someone else, but his own show, and I've seen videos of his show. It is quite high energy. Should be a good time. Big fun. # big fun. So you can go to cityparksfoundation.org/summerstage and get the information and check it out. That's Kid Cudi, the Passion, Pain, and Slaying tour, Friday, October 6th, 7:30 p.m. Next, let me tell you, we're going to travel a little bit. I've been kind of concentrating. Been very New York centric here. I'm going to finish this off back in Harlem, but I'm going to say this. There's a very budding artist, entrepreneur. The man is really quite talented in a number of different ways. His name is Emar Hutchins. And Emar has been focusing quite a bit lately on his visual art side. And he is going to be doing a program with DJ Fifedom. Of course, the man Drake Pfeiffer. He's a C3Arts Radio alum. And Drake Pfeiffer is going to be going from Detroit to DC, right? And so it's 2 chocolate cities, or 1 chocolate city and once known as Chocolate City. Okay, that's another story. But anyway, they're going to be collaborating on what they call Art All Night. And Emar is going to be working on a live, large mixed media collage portrait using vintage Life and Ebony magazines from the 60s, while Drake's going to be spinning Afro-Cuban house, progressive hip-hop, underground soul, and various forms of music from across the diaspora. There's also going to be a homage to Colin Kaepernick. You know, the NFL caliber talent quarterback who seemingly can't get a job. Well, people are looking out for you, Colin, in the best ways that they can. Emar Hutchins is one of us. Rooting for you, brother. And he's going to be doing a 6-foot large homage to Colin Kaepernick. And that forms part of his ongoing Sacred Cow series. So A lot to see there, a lot to see there. A little closer to home. At the Long Gallery. On Sunday, this coming Sunday, September 24th, there's going to be the opening reception for Alteron Scumby. He's a new growing artist. This is a fantastic time to make your introduction to him. Consider buying some work. This is a great time in an artist's career to start considering buying the work and supporting the artist from that way. Well, Alterons is going to be opening at the Long Gallery here in Harlem, which is at 2973 Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard. They always have very, very good shows at the Long Gallery. We've promoted a few here at C3Arts Radio. We want to do a much better job going forward. Well, this is your chance. So you're in the neighborhood, please come out Sunday and check it out. I'm going to be there as well. So you can go to long.gallery. That's the URL, ladies and gentlemen, long.gallery. And check it out. Get the information, okay? C3 Arts Radio. See, don't we give you great information here? This is what we call believing in arts advocacy. Because it all starts with information, correct? All right, anyway. C3 Arts Radio. We'll be right back.
I'm only passing through. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Rough as the road might seem to be, I'll be toiling on. I'll be myself and no one else. I'll be strutting on. A man must go through tribulation, no matter who or where he's from. If he's a man of understanding, he'll then know that time alone will tell. But fools know if not understanding, and why they stumble, never going through their way. Oh yeah, 'cause wisdom is too hard for them. Whoa, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm only passing through, yeah, well, yeah. A man must go through tribulation, no matter who or where he's from. If he's a man of understanding, he'll then know that time alone will tell. But fools know if not understanding, and why they stumble, never going through their way. Whoa, yeah, 'cause wisdom is too hard for them. Whoa, 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 well, yeah, yeah. I'm only passing through. toiling on. Yeah, well.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, C3 Arts Radio. So, I hope we gave you some good information today. Please remember that you can always, always, always find even more than that, right? Because that's what we're here to do, to give you information, everything you need to know to be a cultured person. I'm not going to use consumer. I'm going to think of a better word there, right? Okay, yeah, something better. So we're going to get out of here. Please remember that you can go to c3artsradio.com. Also, check us out through social media, C3Arts Radio, at C3Arts Radio at Twitter and Instagram, and C3Arts Radio on Facebook. And you can keep up with the information. You can keep up with what we're doing. Keep up with City College Center for the Arts at citycollegecenterforthearts.org and even more. And before I get out of here, I do want to say, and I didn't put this on the list per se, even though I have plans to really go back into this, but the Temptations ain't too proud to beg, the Temptations. I got a chance to go to the opening in San Francisco this past weekend. It is a fantastic show. I was thrown on the floor, and I was looking for a better way to actually share that with the audience. So we're going to find a way to do that and make sure that we get that information to you, because that's what we do here. C3 Arts Radio, of course, the broadcast arm of the City College Center for the Arts. We'll see you very soon. Getting out of here.